Hey everybody, welcome back to the Dragon's Den. I'm Bearded Dragon. I got a mic. I got a mic. Super excited about it. I'm hoping everybody can hear me properly. I'm hoping it's going to be okay over top of the audio of the game. I not very familiar with this kind of stuff. I do construction for a living. I can build an entire house, but ask me anything electronic and I won't be able to tell you. So I appreciate everybody that's helped me put my computer together, that has taught me what I am doing when it comes to streaming. Most of the stuff that I learned about OBS has been taught by myself because I just did a lot of research trying to figure it all out and everything like that. So I'm reluctant to change. Um, but overall, so far, I've been doing pretty well. I'm hoping that you know, everything grows properly, everything goes well. I'm hoping that now that I have a mic, hopefully I won't have any more issues with nose breathing into my headset or anything like that. I am probably going to end up getting a new headset at some point now that I don't need the mic. It has been kind of funky here and there. I know that the audio switch on the bottom is kind of touchy. You have to have it in the right spot in order to be able to hear both headphones. So it's kind of annoying. Um, so I will be probably getting another headset. I don't know if I'm just going to get some wired earbuds or something because I think that would be a little more comfortable than trying to have a headset on my head. Um, but now that I have a mic, I have a lot more options to go with. So we'll see where it goes from here. Um, we're going to be playing some more Soulframe today. Big shocker, right? Um, I swapped over from my Siren. I'm playing Tethrin at the moment, trying to level up some of the courage-based weapons and my pact. Um, at the moment, I'm not really doing too awful much, so I think what we'll do is we'll jump into Koga. We'll kind of go around and maybe do some of the sieges to try to get more infamy experience, and then we'll kind of go from there and figure out what exactly, if we just want to go and fight some of the Koga bosses just to see how we do. Other than that, I mean, it's just going to be playing it by ear, trying to figure out um, what I want to do next with the builds and the levels and stuff that I'm doing. I know there's a lot of weapons that I'm doing at the moment. For courage, there's I think like five that I have to level up. The main reason I switched over from the Siren is because of the fact that you guys have been seeing me use the offhand dagger a lot, so I didn't really feel like the main hand dagger was going to be too awful different. So I kind of swapped over to Tethrin, and we'll play with that one for a little bit. Show you kind of how his gameplay works, the buffs and stuff that he can give himself, as well as the overall just sustainability that he gives right off the bat, because his passive skill for the Tethrin is basically you gain a portion of life every time you kill an enemy. So it's very helpful if you are very squishy or if you're just taking a lot of damage overall. Um, so it's very very nice to have. As well as on top of that, I have life steal on most of my weapons, as well as um, a lot of like abilities like the pulse smite and stuff heals me and all that kind of stuff as well. So, but yeah, we'll get into it and we'll see where it takes us. Hope everybody's having a good Wednesday. Um, it's been a breezy, very cool day for me down here.
I know.
Which I was kind of enjoying for the most part until it started, blowing sheetrock dust in my face because I'm in the middle of doing a demo at the moment. That wasn't. Oh, I also swapped over to the Silent Rose, so we'll be doing some. When we're not in Koga, we'll be doing some Sparrow Tales, trying to get faction XP for that as well. A lot to do. A lot to do.
Bring us back a morsel next time.
I love the Mendicant King armor.
My
so
palate
I
is so
definitely
very
am
dry.
popping that on. It's
Envoyniers.
cool.
Pray,
I don't
we
remember
continue
if
after.
I have anything that I was crafting. I think I took them already. I don't think there's really much of anything that I found recently that I need to craft, so I'm not going to worry too much about that. Just to kind of go in and show you what I'm running. I am running the Everflame on the sword, physical armor, some reduced armor whenever I attack speed as always, and additional chance to smite as always. I am running the Koga Lorcaine, which is the courage based, gives 10 extra attack as well as physical defense. So that kind of has a lot to do. Oh, I forgot to swap this stuff over. Might be one reason I wasn't doing as much damage as I thought I should have been. Yeah, so I don't know why I keep doing it. We're also running the Thrice Spurns. I'm up to level 24 on those. We're running the Pictrix, as well as some armor, some defense against stagger, orbiting flay blades. Have an additional 1 in 17% chance to smite. Not percent, 1 in 17 chance to smite, and then orbiting fay blades reduce enemy armor as well. So we are basically stripping armor, getting smites, and then just beating the crap out of people with the fire. Burn them with the fire! And I do have a couple extra points here. I am trying to save up a little bit more. I need one more point, and I can do the second stage of the Safine's gift. And then I'm not 100% sure what I'm going to do from there. I am going to respec once I get this to level 30 because I'm going to take Voided off. I don't know why I selected this when I first got it. It was probably when I was leveling the original pact, but I don't need this. I don't need to deal extra damage when I smite. It already kills them fast enough as it is. So we're going to get rid of that. Hopefully that'll give me an extra point. Maybe I can upgrade one of these all the way up, or maybe just put an extra thing on Rooted to try not to get staggered as much, or maybe if we have enough, I'll do the last level of the Everbound to get more life. But yeah, all kinds of fun stuff. All kinds of fun stuff. I didn't get my seed. I got my Koga potion. I didn't get my seed. That one was. I hope everybody can hear me okay. Please let me know if you're watching this after the fact on one of the VODs or on YouTube, or just catch it in a short or something like that on either TikTok or Instagram or whatever, and you think my audio is a little off, just give me a comment, let me know what I can do, and I will try to adjust it as best I can. I don't know if I just need to have the mic closer to my face. It looked like it was picking it up pretty well when I was testing it in OBS, so yeah, just let me know what the sound quality is, if it's loud enough, if I just need to turn the game down more so that you can hear me better, or what the deal is. Just let me know. I don't even remember what I was doing this morning. Right next to one of the castles. So yeah, we'll go into Koga, we'll run down there, we'll do that castle, then we'll hop, skip, and jump over to this castle, and we'll take that one out, and then we'll do some Kogas, maybe come up here, fight Impid, then do our normal little loop and fight these main guys up in here. And we'll go from there. Great. Koga! I don't know how well I'm going to do in the Koga with this class. I haven't really messed with it too much in Koga, so forgive me if I get my ass kicked. Here's another level on my pack. This sword is pretty cool, though. I kind of like the way they look. This is one of the ones you get from the Founder's Pack. It's pretty slick. I like the twisted blade. Kind of reminds me of the Gilthunder's sword from Seven Deadly Sins. Kind of neat. Except his splits at the top. It separates. This one kind of just forms a tip. What are you doing? Put it. Put it. Put it.
Ring the bells! There's a gruel!
Ring the bells.
No here for prisoners! Strikers!
Will you stop shooting?
More grease for the soil! Stone icon!
Not even gonna give you a chance to get off that freaking shit, man. I hate that stuff. Use the lightning. I don't like it at all. Oh my god, dude. Healing or healing. What was that? Eat it, punk. Man, when you do a perfect throw, these things last forever. One of the reasons I love it, you can literally do that.
Oh, another cowl for sinning you black.
At the big circle. Through the house. Oh, better.
Not here for prisoners.
What the? Are you serious?
Your morals prevail. To what avail? For Empress, watching yond the veil?
I don't even know what the fuck happened there. I know he was on fire and stuff, but that's bullshit that he freaking killed me that fast with just one fucking hit. Alrighty. Even with my rune activated, I was still not doing anything to his stagger. Like, it's a little ridiculous. This is why I hate melee. Still gonna do the siege, though. I don't care if it's in code. He's probably still gonna be red, even though I'm not coding him. Great, he's not even here. So I can't even do the siege now because the guy's not spawning. I can't even open the door. Well, whatever. I got a freaking 3-star sheriff quest over here. I'll go do that. I have to
I'll hear no
surrender the
gripes
siege,
of
it's
spectres and ghouls. Now finish your rounds. Frightened by some lingering magics. In the spirit for a haunt, ghoulie?
Hi, Greta. Thanks for popping in. How's the audio? Does it sound good? Oh my god. Why? You guys keep popping in doing that shit, I'm just gonna fucking ban you. Does it? Good. I'm glad it sounds good. I hope the audio quality sounds better too. I hope it's not just the fact that I'm not nose breathing in the microphone that makes it better. It's a very highly rated mic, and honestly, like, for how cheap it was, I was pretty impressed by the amount of reviews that it had and how good the reviews were.
Ordendria.
Move it closer. Is that better? I just didn't want to have it like in the picture frame of the stream window. That's the only reason I was keeping it so far away. I mean, the shitty part is it's literally up as high as I can make it go. But because I can tweak it like this, and then it just turns the gains down so you can't hear me as well. So I maxed it out. And I mean, normally when I'm talking, I'm up in like near the yellow range on the mixer. So I didn't think it was going to be that big of a deal, but I did move it a little closer, and it's still out of the screen, so maybe that'll help. Maybe even... Yeah. Okay. Cool. Well, I'm glad it sounds better. I'm glad it helps with the audio. Um, hopefully it doesn't like the game volume when I'm in combat and stuff like that. Hopefully that doesn't drown me out as well. But we'll see. We'll test it out. We'll keep working on it as we go. Hey, baby. Doggy's like, come and say hi today.
Synod is most pleased by your efficiency, Banneret. Let us not disappoint. Hunt me some gruel. Oh, am I not a persuasive spy? Surely you'll manage.
I hate when this guy does this. Come on. Gee. Dude, that's another perfect example. Like, I've cast that ability on so many different enemies. And there is so many times when he will literally never go into stagger state with that ability on him. And that's literally supposed to, like, be the stagger ability. Like, you cast that on an enemy and they get staggered. Period. End of conversation. I just got knocked down twice in a matter of 5 seconds from stagger. Like, it's a little ridiculous. Like, the stagger against me is way more effective than the stagger against the enemy. And it's kind of rather annoying. It's one of the reasons I prefer to do ranged combat, because you don't have to worry about it nearly as much. Just dodge and stay out of the way.
If Sasha and Sigil were here.
Let's go fight the Bissell. Oh my god, I hate when he heals through the freaking wall. Come on, man. How did that hit me? This is some bullshit. Now I can't do anything. Couldn't dodge, couldn't attack, couldn't do anything. Fuck you guys. Jesus Christ. Are you... Fucking die. Jesus Christ. Alright, come on, dude. Dodge! Jeez. That was some fucked up shit right there. Freaking throw a bunch of goddamn enemies at me while there's abyssal coming in the area? Like, fuck off. Dicks. Oh, Banneret in the Anderson. Go fight some spiders. God, that ability is so good. Your first ability, the courage ability, the red one, you cast it, and as long as you're doing consecutive hits without missing, it's going to keep continuously increasing the damage deal, so it annihilates bosses. So good. So good. The Undercity's great for getting weapon racks, by the way. Usually all work. They're liking me today. They keep popping up a fresh 3-star every time I freaking get done with one. Ooh, 5-star bunny. Sword. I'm pretty sure that's a 5-star scroll too. Actually, I think those are technically short swords, what they're classified as, even though it looks like 2 swords. But that's beside the point.
You're in the Banneret sector, envoy. Will I wager my Drax on you?
Like a do spore.
Stars? Oh, well, this factory of
to see it whole.
Wrong button. I don't know which one is going to be the one that leads to the exit. Torn about which direction I don't know. just gonna keep going this way. Hopefully this doesn't lead to the exit. It did. Son of a bitch. Sorry. I have to pick a different spot to put my water. I keep hitting shit. Little backpedaling bastard. Damn. Hey, Nick. Douglas. I'm having a pretty good stream so far. You want to know how to get access to the game. So you have to go to Soulframe's website and sign up or, make an account and log in. Once you do that, you need to link your account to Twitch. And then next time they have a dev stream, usually they give codes away if you've been watching the stream for about 30 minutes. So they do it as Twitch drops. They used to give away codes every week on Wednesdays. I'm not 100% sure if they're still doing that. But there are multiple different ways. The best and easiest way to get a code is to just make sure you find their Twitch channel and turn on your notifications and follow it. And the next dev stream that they do, or at least check the website because normally they post it. But they usually give codes out as Twitch drops if you've watched the stream for at least 30 minutes. So that's the easiest way to do it. So if you're interested in getting the game and you want to try it, then that's going to be your best bet.
Synod's finest gruel seekers. Your quotas have doubled. I suggest you meet them, lest you lose your ranks. Or lives. Envoy, you know what to do.
How'd you hear about the game, if you don't mind me asking? Or have you just been seeing people watch it? Or have you just been watching people play it? I don't know why I said it that way. Yes, they also have the Founders Packs now. I forgot about that. If you buy the Founders Pack, you get instant access. At least one of the packs. Yeah, I mean, if you like these kind of games, I don't know if you ever played Warframe. Um, if you like these kind of games where it's like the open world, run around, find loot, craft, build your weapons, find different armor, build that. If you like it, I mean, this is definitely a really good game. Yes, it's still an alpha, but I am obsessed with this game. I absolutely love it. I play it pretty much every day. Even if I don't stream it, I'm still jumping on and playing for at least a little while. So, oh, okay. So yeah, if you like Warframe and you like the open world aspect of this game, then yeah, you're gonna be hooked. Because I was the same way. I played Warframe for like 5 years in total. I had like a couple years in between there that I took off of it, but I absolutely love Warframe, and I am totally hooked into this game, mainly because it's an open world version of Warframe. Like, it's more medieval times style, has a lot of the same similarities like Warframe. Like, the whole crafting system is pretty much almost like built after Warframe's crafting system. Like, it still has the real-time timers that you have to wait for and stuff, so... But yeah, this... If you liked Warframe, you are going to love this game. It's a blast. And I cannot wait to see what they do with it. Like, even in the couple years that they've been producing it and have been doing the preludes, which are like the alpha version of the game, I love everything they've come out with so far. And I'm itching for more. Like, I'm just waiting for the next pack to drop, the next weapon to drop. Like, I'm in love with it. I mean, if you like the game and you want to see more of it, I mean, I play it pretty much every day. I don't always stream every day, but I play it pretty much every day. And I mean, if you like it, be willing to subscribe to my channel. I'm pretty knowledgeable about it, so I mean, if you ever need any help or anything like that, all right, I appreciate that. Thank you, sir. But yeah, I pretty much got every weapon, every armor set. I just finally got the last room after weeks of farming for it. But yeah, it's a blast. It's a game. It's a good game. Even being in alpha, like, it's a great game. I love it. And like I said, there's a lot of like confusing parts about the game right now because they don't really have like tutorials or anything built into it. So like there are a lot of confusing things, like the thing you just saw me do, the animals. Those are the ways that you get your totems, which your totems are things that you can equip onto your weapons. And I'll show you real quick, just so you kind of get a jump start on what I'm talking about. But you go over to your weapon and you hit enhancements, and you can equip these totems. So each one has a different thing depending on what slot you put it on. So you have your armor slot, your defense slot, and your support slot. So depending on what you put it on, it'll have a different effect. And then the runes are a completely different story, because those are actually pretty hard to get, especially when you first start playing, because the Agari bosses, they're like a sub-boss in the open world. They're the ones that are going to drop you the runes for each of your weapon types. So they're a little harder to get, especially when you first start, but they're worth getting, because I don't know if you've seen me using the fire sword and stuff like that. That's what the rune does. Yes, it is a very grindy game because it is a lot of farming for the resources, farming for the parts, and stuff like that. So it is definitely a grindy game. That's one of the things I love about these kind of games is going around getting the weapons, you know, leveling up the weapons and stuff like that. And it also has a mastery system, kind of like Warframe did, where let me go back there and show you this. Up in the top corner, you'll notice the level 17. Every time you level up a weapon, every time you level up a pact, for the first time anyway, it increases the bar, and then it increases your level. The higher your level, the more points you get towards your virtue system. So, you know, you'll be able to put and allocate more points into the desired virtue that you want to use. Now, I don't know how relevant this is all going to be here shortly. They are working on revamping the virtue system. Now, I don't know if that's just completely revamping of like how it works altogether or if they're just fixing some stuff. But yeah, they're working on redoing the virtue system right now. So I don't know how relevant this is all going to be in the near future. So just take everything I say, especially about the virtue system, with a grain of salt. But basically right now, as it is like as you level up your weapons and packs and stuff like that, you're going to get your overall level, which is what your level is. And then that's going to increase how many points you can have in your virtues. As well as like the more defense stats you have, like this is physical defense, this is magic defense, and then this is your stability. That impacts your overall defense, which impacts how much damage you take. So the higher this number is, the better off you are. You're not going to get one shot very easily. So but yeah, if you get the game and you ever have any questions, just let me know. I am more than happy to help. I am more than happy to jump in with you if you're having trouble fighting anything, or if you want, you know, help finding the Agari, or if you want help fighting a Fable boss or something. If you're having a hard time, I have absolutely no problem helping out. So that blue light, there's going to be either a blue, a green, or a red one. That is called smiting, and that is how you activate your rune. When you smite an enemy, your rune activates. And then you obviously have a timer down in the bottom right corner there that goes around one of your abilities. That shows you how long you have on the duration. Now there are ways on different packs as well as different runes and stuff to increase your duration of your rune activation. Pretty cool. A lot of stuff in the game, so I can't go over everything. Yeah, not a problem, man. That's what I'm here for. I'm here to help. If anybody need any explanation on how to play the game, that's what I'm here for. I've been playing it probably for at least a year now. I've had access for, and I absolutely love playing it. It's such a fun game, and I don't think I'll ever get bored of it. To be honest with you. I appreciate you hopping in, Nick. Appreciate that. I'm a pretty new streamer, so you know, if you have anybody that's interested in it, let them know about me. I could always use more people to talk to while I stream. I felt that way too when I first heard about it. But I was also probably about almost 2.5 years ago now, is when I heard about the game that DE was working on another game called Soulframe, and I freaking absolutely was like, what is this? So I was paying attention to it for a really long time, and I didn't even know they were giving access out until I freaking was like, wait, what? They're giving codes away? So I signed up, and I was sitting there waiting for about 6 months. Never got a code in the mail. So I ended up, they ended up lifting the NDA, because at first they had an NDA that you had to sign, and you weren't able to stream it. You were just able to play it. And when they lifted the NDA, people started streaming it, and that's when I was like, okay, I really need this freaking game. And I pretty much, as soon as they had, I'm pretty sure it was the first dev stream they were giving codes away for, I ended up getting into and got one, and have been playing it ever since. Got the Founders Pack, because, of course, I love this game. You know, support them any way I can. It might not have been quite a year yet, because I built my PC a little over a year ago, and I didn't have it until I had my computer already. So it might not quite be a year yet, but it's definitely been pretty close. But yes, if you're into the running around and the grabbing items and farming the loot and getting all the gear and all that kind of stuff, you'll love this game. Yes, they are honestly one of my favorite dev teams, mainly because of how well they listen to their community. They take everything their community says to heart and really works on trying to build the game that everybody's gonna love based on their community feedback. So yeah, I have loved DE for a while. I've been waiting for them to come out with another game, and I'm super excited to do this because I'm having a blast with it. Yeah, I mean, even if you can't afford all of them, like I bought the $100 one just because I really liked the game, and it was actually a really cool coincidence. A customer I had been doing a backsplash for actually gave me a tip before I left the job the day they came out with the Founders Pack. So I was like, it was destiny. I ended up going home and buying it. But even if you can't buy the $100 one, if you buy one of the $30 ones, they will take the price of that pack off the higher one if you end up buying another one later on. So that is good. So like if you buy one of the $30 packs and then you go later on to buy the big one, it's only going to be $70 for you to buy the big one. I did play Elden Ring. I had a good time with Elden Ring, but when it comes to those kind of games, I suck at them. I don't know why. I have played every single Dark Souls game and even earlier. Like, I played Demon Souls when it first came out on the PlayStation. PlayStation 2, I think. And I tried to like it. I tried to get into that game. I tried the game so much and just literally could not get anywhere without getting my ass kicked. So I stopped playing it. And then Dark Souls came out. Tried that. Couldn't get anywhere. Tried Dark Souls 2. Couldn't get anywhere. I'm not good at those kind of Souls-like games. I love them. I have a blast with them, but I suck at them. I don't know what it is. I've played other types of Souls-like games. Like, can't remember what that one was called. It was like Chinese lore. I can't remember what the heck the game was called. But it was kind of like that Souls-like type of feel, and it had a lot to do with like the parrying and stuff like that. And like I was actually not recently, it was like probably 2 years, maybe 3 years ago. Something Wolong maybe. I know it wasn't Black Myth Wukong. Was that what it was, Wolong? But yeah, it was something kind of like Neo. It had that kind of feel to it. And I actually really liked the Neo games. I just, again, sucked at them. I got actually really far in the first one, and then I just literally could not beat this boss. But yeah, Wolong was fun. I was actually, my buddy that I work with, he actually is really good at Souls-like games. He's beaten Elden Ring, I don't even know how many times. He plays Elden Ring Night Rain. He does all those kind of games. And he could not get the parrying down on that game. And I was like, that's funny, because I'm actually good at the parrying on this game. So I actually had a blast with that one. But yeah, normally like Dark Souls, those kind of games, I absolutely cannot play them. I'm not good at them. I refuse to play Sekiro. Just straight up refuse. Like, people are like, oh, you should try Sekiro. I'm like, no. I've heard so many horror stories about people with Sekiro. I'm like, nope, not playing it. I was like, I will end up breaking a controller. Which I don't want to do, because they're expensive. Are you kidding me right now? The barrier won't go down. Thank you. They weren't even part of the freaking thing, and it wasn't there. Yeah, I mean, it's still a pretty tough game. Like, there's definitely some areas that you will get just completely beat down. It happened to me earlier today. They introduced in the last update this thing called Koga. And basically what it is after you fight the Agari, you get these items that you use to make a potion. And the Koga basically puts you in hard mode. And if you die, it kicks you out of the Koga, and you spawn back at your Nightfold. And I was fighting a boss, like one of the Banneret, just in a siege. And he freaking tapped me a couple times, smacked me, and I was dead. I was like, where did that come from? So it can be hard. It definitely has like that Souls-like feel to it, but there's also a lot more leniency with this game when it comes to that kind of stuff. So, I really enjoy it. I'm having a blast, like I said. But yes, there is parrying, there's perfect dodging. If you do a perfect dodge, you can actually access these things called spectral strikes, which will basically let you follow up with like a special attack. Same thing with the perfect parries. They have a special attack that you can follow up with if you get the perfect parries and the perfect dodges off in time. So it definitely it has a little bit of those elements from like Elden Ring and stuff like that. Actually, I'll show you one of the Agari right here. See that big ass spider? That's one of the Agari. This is actually one of the first bosses I ran across, and he almost whooped my ass. Let's see how well I can do against him, because he spawns a crap ton of spiders. Not fun. Yeah. Ow. I am not in Koga right now. Normally, he'd kick my ass probably. But yeah, that's one of the Agari bosses, and then you'll get like the little cutscene saying that Thedrid the Weaver? I don't know what the heck that means. But that's his name. Anyway. You'll get that little cutscene, and then you'll have this little mushroom that you can pick up. That'll give you your rewards. And the Agaric at the bottom of the screen that you just saw is one of the items you need for the Koga potions. So you have to go around and you have to beat the Agari in order to get the materials you need to make the Koga to fight the Agari in the Koga. Yeah, no, that's one of the reasons I'm wearing this armor, because it's awesome. Yeah, the helmet glows from the visor. Yeah, this is actually an armor set you got from the Mendicant King while when they first came out with like their first. He was technically the first sub boss. Now I don't know if he's technically considered an Agari because he doesn't. No, yeah, he is, because he does have the ring of mushrooms that pop up after you beat him. So yeah, he was one of the first sub bosses technically that they introduced into the game, and he dropped this armor set, and it's pretty badass looking. And now he even has a greatsword that he drops, which is literally my favorite greatsword in the game, because it's one of the only ones that actually has a sheath to it. Which is this guy. Because it glows just like your helmet does. Yeah, that's definitely my favorite greatsword. Yeah. Took me a while to get that thing too. And the only crappy part about it is the Agari have a 3-hour timer. So once you beat them, you have to wait 3 hours to fight them again. So it can be pretty pretty strenuous trying to fight them by yourself, especially. A lot of people usually do like a sharing method where you'll jump into somebody's party, you'll fight their Mendicant King, and then you'll jump into somebody else's group and fight their Mendicant King, and then jump into the last person's group and fight their Mendicant King. So, like, you can jump into parties like that and, like, fight with other people, and you'll share your Agari drop, basically. Yeah. I mean, there are ways to do it. The fastest way, honestly, is the Koga only have a 30-minute timer. So if you're fighting him in the Koga mode, you only have to wait 30 minutes. It's a random chance to drop. It's not always necessarily something you get every time he drops it. So it can be a pain in the butt to farm some of this stuff. Like I was just saying, so the Agari the Koga bosses, they drop upgraded runes that you can get for your weapons. The last rune I needed was called the Torrent rune, which is a bow rune that literally every arrow you shoot calls down a hail of arrows. So I was like, okay, I need to try this. I farmed him for no shit 2 weeks. He would not drop that shit. And then the other day I finally got it. I went in to upgrade it. I accidentally salvaged it. Tell me if that's not karma. Yeah. So I was like really, really mad. If you go back in my VODs, you'll probably find the video. But I was really mad. I waited the half hour, went back and fought him. He dropped it again. I was like, oh, thank freaking God. That would have been a bad day if I didn't get it back. But yes, a lot of pain, a lot of love in this game, that's for sure. Sometimes stuff can be very unforgiving. I almost did. I almost ended my stream there. I was like, oh, I'm done. But I'm really glad I didn't because I did get it back. So I was very happy that I got it back. And this is the Webbit Wood Sap, which is the other item you need for the Koga potions. And they're only in like this area. You're not going to just find those on random trees, which is kind of annoying, but there's like 15 different spots here, I think, that you can get them from. So they're not like super hard to find, especially like right in this area, because this is actually one of the most concentrated spots to get it in. Let's see if I can find the other ones. So I know there's one up there, and then I think there's one over here. And then there's another one. So like there's quite a few of them in like a pretty close area. There's only a couple that you really have to like travel pretty far to get. So I mean, and you get like 2 or 3 each time you do it, so it's not super bad to farm them. Oh yeah, there's the other one. 4 pretty close in proximity. Man, they have not, like, I'm looking for a 3-star Sparrowtail, and like it's just those 1 and 2 stars that are still there. They have not popped up a new one for me in a while.
Better. Drink. Back to roost.
Yes, so the 3 starter packs that you can start with are Tethrin, Oshelda, and Siren. Tethrin is the one I'm using now, which is going to give you the weapon buff. It's got a defense buff, as well as another defensive buff that I think the middle one, I think, is a attack and defense buff, and then the last one is a straight damage reduction defense buff. The Oshelda is going to be your caster healer, and then Siren is your like stealthy bow user, if that makes any sense. So yes, when you start the game, you will pick one of those packs. If you buy one of the wild packs, it's going to give you an upgraded version. Here, let me just show you real quick, just to give you an idea. So, I have the wild Tethrin right now. This is your normal Tethrin. This is your normal Oshelda. This is your normal Siren. So, when you still want to go and level up the original ones, even if you have a wild pact, because with those, it gives you more points to put into your system. So when I started leveling up my wild packs, I already had points in it from my other pack. So you just basically can add more to it, which is really helpful. Speaking of which, but so yes, it's not gonna. I don't think it really has any difference in the abilities or anything like that. You just get a specific armor set. So like, this is the normal Tethrin tunic. This is the normal Siren tunic, and then this is the Oshelda one. So this is the wild Siren, this is the wild Oshelda, and then this is the wild Tethrin. So it basically gives you a fully different armor set. Obviously way better stats than the original armor set. And then it also gives you a weapon and a sidearm for each of them as well. So the sidearms, you get this, which is a magic arcanic weapon for the sidearm, which is like throws little balls. You have a dagger for the Siren, and then you have the Fey Blades for the Tethrin. And then for the main hands, this is the one you get for the Tethrin, which is the Ivor sword. You get this bow for the Siren, and then you get this staff for Oshelda. So it's going to give you a main hand weapon, a sidearm weapon, as well as an armor set and the wild pact. Which all of this is eventually going to be able to be farmed in the game. The only thing that is not going to be farmable in the game is this sword, the Paragon Greatsword. But they're making a way so that you can still get the sword from other people. Like once you get your blacksmith up to a specific level, they're going to make it so that you can make a blueprint of this and give it to people. So there is technically still a way to get it out apart from buying the $100 pack. But yes, they are each of the starting packs. So, and it might even be better to, if you're gonna buy like the wild siren, it might even be better to start with the siren, just so you can put more points into your stats and stuff like that when you start leveling your wild siren. Or you can do it vice versa. You will, yeah. That is one of the reasons they did the Founders Packs, is if you buy a Founders Pack, you get access. They will send you a code in your mail. So either that, or they'll have a code on your website, or just, if you buy it, it'll automatically give you access, and you can just go to it and download. But yes, that is honestly the quickest way. If you don't want to spend money, the best way to do it is just by watching the live screens. But if you're really interested in the game and you have the money to buy a pack, I would recommend it. It is very fun. Is there anything you want to see, like, to kind of help you make up your mind of which one you want to pick? But yeah, if there's anything you want to see, like the types of weapons or the abilities that they do before you make up your mind of which one you want to buy, I mean, I have absolutely no problem showing you. This is the Siren armor. Yeah, so this is the Siren armor. The Siren's actually super fun. The only thing that I don't like about the Siren is it doesn't really have any, like, damaging abilities. So let me just show you the abilities real quick. So the Siren, the first ability is, it's a CC. So basically that, like, stuns and debilitates enemies in a certain area that, you know, and they basically can't move for a couple seconds. And then you have your taunt. So it pops up a big bobblehead guy of yourself, and it taunts enemies. When it takes damage and loses all its HP, it will explode and deal damage to enemies around it. So that's pretty cool. And then the one that I honestly use the most is the butterfly. While in this form, they don't detect you. So you can literally go up behind somebody and just assassinate them. It's pretty cool. Let me see if I can find an enemy. Man, usually this place is like crawling with people. Where the heck is everybody? Did I kill them all already? Yes, there's only 3 skills per pack. And then all the other stuff comes from, like, your weapons and the runes that you put on them and stuff like that. Oh, here's a banneret. Oh yeah, this is the Needle Eye. This is one of the new great swords that they added with the great sword when they came out with the Founders Pack. Yeah, it's a pretty cool sword. I actually really like this one. I just really like the purity better. But the only reason I had this equipped is I was leveling it up. Yeah, the great swords are fun. It's just the biggest problem with the great sword right now is there's like a lag on the parrying input for it, so you really can't like parry with the great sword. It's super slow. Yeah. No, that's I'm telling you, that's one of the reasons I love DE. The design and like the detail on all the armor and the weapons and everything is I love it. That's one of the things that drew me to Warframe when I first started playing. I was like, some of the Warframe designs were insane looking, and some of the weapon designs were insane looking. Like, I can't wait for them to come out with like a katana or something in this game, man. If they come out with a great sword that looks like a katana, I will shit my pants. Like, not gonna lie. So, like I said, Oshelda, is like your magic user. I do like using a bow with Oshelda just because of the fact that one of his abilities is broken right now with the bow because of how much damage you can deal with it. So, let me find another group. Actually, Nell the Knight is right down here. Let's go fight him. But, yeah, so this is Oshelda. This is your caster. Right now I have a bow equipped, but this is the sidearm that you get. So it like tosses these little magic balls. You can even charge it. The staff pretty much does the same thing, just a single weapon shot with it. Yeah, I really like the sidearms. I absolutely love the sidearm magic weapons. They're freaking amazing. But the bow with this class, like I said, you can do this and then literally just, and it does so much damage to normal enemies. Normally you can one-shot an enemy. And then you have your heal. You put that down like this blossom, and basically it just keeps you healed. And then you have the flock of birds, which is one of my favorites. See the white bar underneath his name going down? That's his stability bar. It staggers the shit. This is honestly the one I started with. I started with the Oshelda class. Yeah, the enemies are freaking cool. These are actually one of the newer enemies that they added in the P12 update. Is these like weird Dark Knight guys. It's not as broken as you might think it is. These are all weapons I have leveled up all the way. And I'm not in Koga, so I'm just doing a shit ton of damage. But yeah, the little CC stun on this one works way better than the one on Siren. But the Siren one still is very useful. I just like this one because when they're petrified like they are, they take increased damage from charge shots or charged attacks. So even if you're using a melee weapon and you charge attack them, it's going to do a shit ton of damage. One of the classes that is extremely broken right now is the new Bromius class because of the fact that the way it's designed, they did fix it a little bit, but it's still really broken. And yeah, I didn't even have my virtues statted out right for this build. Like, I only have 25 spirit. Normally I have 40 spirit. But one of the other classes that's extremely broken that I really love playing, and it's just super fun to play, is the Bromius. This is his armor too, by the way, and it's goofy looking, but it's still fun. But as you can see, oh, I don't have it. Okay, never mind. Hold on. Why is my armor so low? Dagger resistance, physical armor, magic resistance. Why is my armor so low? That's only gonna make so weird. Normally I have like almost 100 armor on this guy. No, because I'm actually wearing a Bromius set. Yeah, that doesn't make that big of a difference either. Huh. I don't know why my armor's not higher than it is, but it doesn't matter. So basically, the way this class works is the higher your armor, yeah, it's definitely one of the beefier armor sets that they have in the game. But so you have this that buffs your armor. So if I were to go like back into my Nightfold, my armor should be higher. No, okay, so it doesn't show you on that. Anyway, but it does. It buffs your armor. It gives you more resilience, so you can take more of a hit. And then you have this ability, which spikes enemies. And normally it like holds them in place for a good amount of time, so you can pummel them a little bit. Plus deals a decent amount of damage. And then you have the Rump Thump, which is the one that's completely and utterly broken at the moment. Because, okay, so this dog is normally, they usually have pretty high health. That's the Rump Thump. You can literally clear out groups of enemies with that thing. It's ridiculous. Actually, let me go fight. Let me go fight the Kabucha. See how much damage I can do to him in a single shot. Oh, it didn't do that much. Okay, so yeah, they definitely nerfed it a little bit. But it still does decent damage against normal enemies. I will not call you big legs. That's my nickname. This is one of the packs you get from the fables that they have right now. So you can get 3 different packs from the story quests that you can do. You get the Garen Rude, which is it's like a deer. You get the Orengal, which is your wolf pack, basically. You can call spirit wolves out and you can turn into a wolf and assassinate people. Really freaking cool class. And then you have the Bromius, which is the newest one. And I'm kind of excited. They're supposed to be releasing a new weapon for Bromius. It's a sword and shield weapon. So, yeah, super excited about that one. I'm really interested to see what other kind of weapons they're planning on coming out with. I know a lot of people have been asking for more, like, Ode type armor and stuff, which is the enemies. They have a new Ode bow coming out that has like more of a design of the enemy's tech and stuff, so it's pretty cool. It looks like a compound bow. Oh my god. Yeah, get some sleep, bro. I didn't realize you were in Portugal. I'm glad you found my channel too, man. You have a good night. Enjoy your cigarette. I was probably about to get off anyway. It's probably getting pretty late here as well. I gotta work in the morning, so. Alright, man. I appreciate it. Thanks for the follow. Thanks for talking with me. I do also do early morning streams on the weekends, so if you don't catch me, you might be able to catch me live there too. Alright, man. Take care. Well, that was nice. The guy from Portugal stopped by and hung out with me for a good hour and a half. I think. I don't even know what time it is. Oh, okay. It's 8:10. Yeah, so not too bad, but I have been on for a little over 2 hours. So I'm going to call it there. Appreciate you, Nick Douglas, for stopping in, for the follow. For some odd reason, I did not get the alert on my screen again. I don't know what is up with that. I'm going to have to figure that out. I heard the sound of the notification, but I didn't see the alert. But yeah, got a new mic, so hopefully the sound quality was a lot better. Yeah, so did a lot today. was explaining some stuff to somebody who was interested in the game, so hopefully they enjoy it. Hopefully they play it and have fun with it. I know I have. We will be back Friday. Taking tomorrow off. My wife has off Thursdays, so I usually don't stream Thursdays. But I will probably post some clips, post the post some clips to social media tomorrow, probably from today's video or somewhere around there. But yeah, got a lot done. Leveled up some weapons, fought some Koga bosses, did some beating. But all right, had a good stream today. Got a new follower, friendly guy. Hope I see him more often. But other than that, you guys have a good rest of your night, and I will catch you on the next one. Take care.